sales. And hello, Gabby. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Nadia. Welcome to the stream. Damon, welcome to the stream. So good to be here. Thursday night's my favorite night. I love Facebook ads. Anthony, you're first on the list, buddy. I would be delighted to review your ads for you. Before I review anybody's ads, I promised last week we were going to talk about my strategy, and that's what we're going to talk about. Facebook ads is you dislike Facebook ads? I respect that. I respect that, and I understand why. I really do. Gabby, you'll be second on the list. All right. We'll just wait for a few more people to roll in. I think on my clientele list, this is a list of people's ads that I do. I have 32 people that I run ads for. So I understand why people don't like them, because there's 32 people there who hate them. Actually, 31. But I absolutely love Facebook ads. You know why I love ads? Because ads don't lie. They don't tell you porcupines. All you have to do to make good ads is understand the language that they speak and what Facebook's trying to tell you. Diane, welcome. Jess, welcome. Jess, you launched your ads 9 days ago and 8 sales. That's amazing. Not profitable? That's okay. You can't expect to be profitable in your first week. Gabby, you're not here to hire me to do your ads. You're here to learn. I don't want to do ads for anybody in the Freedom Club. I think that defeats the purpose. I would much rather teach you and for you to get confident. Diane, no, well, I've seen your ads, Diane. Facebook is telling me a different story. They're telling me that your ads aren't necessarily the problem. Your ad, and we'll talk about your ads too, Diane, if you want to. I'll go over your ad account, which I have access to on here already, and I'll give you a bit of an overview of what I see. We got enough people in the stream now. I'm going to show you guys the strategy. I've been wanting to do this, but I wanted to test it out first. Okay, so here's what I do, and it's Stephen. Hello, and honestly, the strategy that I landed on after watching a few of the greats in Facebook ads in e-commerce, because this is specifically for e-commerce. This isn't going to work necessarily for other business types, which I know none of you in this stream really care about other business types. But if you are watching this on YouTube, and for God knows what reason you have some sort of other business, like a high-ticket business, I do help people with high-ticket sales. And if you're one of those people, this doesn't apply to you. This is only for e-commerce. I've landed on a strategy that is almost exactly what Austin teaches, with a couple of little twists. And I think they're important little twists too. Now, as you guys know, Facebook ads, the way that we need to use Facebook ads, the structure that we use in our ad accounts changes over time. And information that I might put out today might be different in a week or two. Now, Facebook just released a brand new interface. They updated a couple of key features in their interface just this week. And what I find, if you've been one of the many people who have found that their Facebook ads have just crashed over the past 2 weeks and you're not getting the results that you used to get, I hear you. When Facebook rolls out new features, it doesn't just roll them out and everyone in the world gets them. It rolls them out slowly around the world and in different markets at different times. And I guess they do this to make sure that it's stable. What I found is whenever it's a couple of weeks before one of their big rollouts, which we don't know until they've done it, I find performance can be very up and down. And that's what we've found over the past couple of weeks. I struggled. My store struggled a lot. I had to cut my ad spend and start again. It happens. It happens all the time. Every now and again, the way that you're positioning your ads, maybe also the bit of ad fatigue going on. Maybe too many people have seen your ad over and over again. And maybe it's the offer. Maybe the offer is just not very enticing. So every now and again, you need to restart and put out new content and new images. But if you guys are just getting started and you've been doing this for a couple of weeks, you do not have that problem. This is an ongoing problem for people like myself who've been in the game for many, many, many years, and we just need to keep our content fresh. All right, so the strategy that I'm going to show you isn't particularly different from what you've learned in the Freedom Club, and that's why I like it. It's really simple, and it's not a different way of thinking. It's just a couple of key little additions, and I'll talk you through them now. So there was a time where I was advising a few months back that I wasn't doing any retargeting. Well, I'm happy to say that I'm absolutely doing retargeting now. Retargeting is back. It's working really well. Let's talk about retargeting first. So these are my results over the past 7 days. I might even go back further. So I'm looking at retargeting at a cost per purchase of around $30, which is exactly where I need things to be for my particular business. Now, $30 is a good, and I know this just from experience on this business, $30 is a good price for me to get. If you're getting $50 or $60, don't think that you're doing a bad job. It's not about how big the cost per purchase is for everybody. It's about, can you make money if your cost per purchase is that much for you, for your product, for your margin, okay? If you're getting $90 cost per purchases, and no matter what you've done, you just cannot get it down past $90, you have a decision to make. Do you up your prices? Do you work on a better offer? And that could reduce the cost per purchase, or it could increase your profit per sale. Damon, for example, he sells a high ticket product, and his sale prices might be high, but he makes more money when he makes a sale. So retargeting, let's talk about retargeting first. In my view, and other opinions may differ, okay? Please bear in mind, these are just my opinions. And while I do consider my opinions to be highly valuable, given how much experience I do have with Facebook ads, other people might have a different experience and different opinions. I respect that. For retargeting, in my view, you should probably only be worrying about retargeting to the extent that I do when you've had around about 1,000 clicks to your website. And the reason I say that is because Facebook only really determines an audience to be an audience when there's 1,000 people in that audience. So one of the things that I'm doing inside my ad sets for retargeting is probably no different to what you're doing. I am retargeting people who've purchased in the last 180 days. I am retargeting people who've visited my website in the last 30 days. I'm retargeting Instagram engages in the last 30 days. I'm retargeting my Instagram followers, my Facebook ad engages for 60 days, my fan page visitors for 30 days. Now you could do 30 or 60. It doesn't matter. I just randomly pop these audiences in there. I am retargeting. This is a thing that I am doing that you can do too. Omnisend is for this business is my email provider of choice. Now you guys are all using Klaviyo for your businesses. Diane, retargeting, it's actually, I think you've already set yours up in the past. Retargeting is basically you tell Facebook, these people are good people that I like and I want you to show my ad to. These are people who have done something with my business or my post or my fan page and Facebook. I want you to prioritize this and show my ads to these people. But the problem that I see for some people is they're retargeting too early before there's enough people in these audiences for Facebook to target. If you've only got 100 people who've clicked on your website, there's no point retargeting. It'll be expensive. You may as well just wait. Just wait a couple of weeks. Wait till you've got the data behind your account. Wait till these audiences are filled. And they fill automatically. We make these audiences. I'll show you how we make them shortly, but this is all in the course. So what I'm showing you now isn't anything new. The course teaches you to do retargeting. So this is just who I choose to retarget. Now these Omnisend audiences here, these are an integration between my email platform and Facebook. You can do this with Klaviyo. There's help files in Klaviyo where you can go in and follow the instructions, and you basically sync up your lists or your segments to Facebook, so Facebook can see all the people in your segment. It's really cool. It's a really great way of telling Facebook who your customers are. Now, importantly, in this retargeting ad set here, I do not have the Advantage Custom Audience ticked, which says reach people beyond your custom audience. We do not do that when we're retargeting. Facebook wants you to do this because when Facebook sees that you're doing this, It can reach people who you've never even seen before, and then this becomes an acquisition campaign. But that's not the point of this campaign. This is retargeting only. Now, I retarget to all the countries that I sell to. You guys are just selling to Australia for most of your businesses. That's cool. So Australia's fine. I don't do any age or gender. I do prefer to advertise to people over 18, just because I think they probably have more spare money to buy my product. Now into the actual ads. That's the setup of the ad set. What are my ads? This is the important thing for retargeting. This is what I was missing, I think, before. I am showing people my best ads with my best offers. I don't have these offers in my other acquisition campaign, my top of funnel campaign. These offers are only for retargeting. And I have offers like get 30% off. Well, that's a pretty standard offer for me. You'll see that I do have 30% off in my top of funnel when we go see it. But I have other offers like buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free ends today. I have other offers here, 40% off a particular category. So 40% off bestsellers. That one does really well. And I like to give people these offers because they make me money, and these are people who I know have either bought a product from me or are nearly about to buy a product from me or have at least considered buying from me. And so they get my best offers, and this is doing extremely well. Now, for you guys, how you would do that is, I've seen some of you do that. I've seen some of you create an ad and you give people 15% off. You know, come back to the store and finish your purchase and get 15% off. That's really good. How about you test a few different types of offers too? Get 10% off, get 15% off, get 20% off. A buy one, get one free on a particular type of product from your website that you're selling. These are all good offers to use in retargeting, and it's working well. All right, now onto top of funnel. Now this is just like what you've learned. It's not very different at all to what you've learned, okay? The difference is I have three types of ad sets that I'm running. I have best offers. I have a broad targeting ad set. We'll look at that one first. There is nothing special about this. Broad offers. So I just offer people at the moment 30% off on your first order. And when they come through the ad itself, which we'll look at, they literally get 30% off as a Shopify code. So on my website, if you go to my website normally, I don't have, if I show you just an example from one of the students here, Cozy Me. And this isn't to say there's something wrong with Cozy Me, this is just how I do it. Now Cozy Me has here 50% off as all the time. Oh, you can't see that, sorry guys. Let me share my entire screen. So here, Cozy Me has 50% off at all times. Now, I don't do that. If you come to my website, depending on how you got to there, you'll have a different discount. So rather than giving people 50% off, what I do is I put a Shopify discount code inside the inside the Facebook ad, which will give people a certain amount off. And that allows me to test which of them is more effective. So I found for me, 30% off is a pretty good, at the moment, a pretty good discount to give people. It's working quite well. In terms of targeting, I'm targeting the countries that I'm selling in. I'm using Advantage Plus audience. This is a very broad ad set. Okay, nothing special about this at all. There is no targeting whatsoever. We've got 500 million people in this audience. Now, in my other campaigns, other ad sets for top of funnel. Remember that this is top of funnel. Okay, the second ad set I'm going to show you is best offers targeted, just like the first ad set. This is just like that, except I'm using the original audience options, which allows me to now try and do some targeting here. Because I know from experience that people who like these particular interests are usually my customers. People who, I'm selling crafts, so people who like card making, people like Etsy, people like greeting cards, handicrafts, paper crafts, scrapbooking. These are all the kind of people who would like my ad. And you can see there's 300 million people of those. So that's the second ad set. And the third ad set, now this is something very new that I'm doing. I'm only targeting, this is broad, just like the first one, but I'm literally only targeting one type of target, which is engaged shoppers. This is really important. Engaged shoppers You can see there's 800 million people in this audience overall, over all of Facebook. When somebody buys something on Facebook, they get put into this particular category in Facebook. This is an interest that you can look up inside your ad demographics or interests or behaviors. This is actually a demographic. Sorry, I tell a lie. This is a behavior, and you can find them. There's less of them in Australia. There's a lot of them around the world. This particular ad set is only targeting engaged shoppers. And you can see here, engaged shoppers gives me slightly less cost per result as the broad targeting and even the targeted. Setting myself up like this has been really good. It's been a really good way of doing it. And the reason why I'm able to do this is because I'm using campaign budget optimization in my campaign. So my campaign down here has campaign budget optimization. Now this means that the ad sets inside my campaign, they're not going to compete against each other. They're not going to try and bid against each other. Facebook will put the right person in the right place. And why does this help me? Well, later on down the line, if I find that my broad targeting is just too expensive, but my engaged shoppers is working out, well, I can switch broad targeting off. Right now, I'm seeing my targeted offers coming in a lot more per purchase. So maybe I can turn them off and just go broad. But right now, I'm just seeing how these go. And this is a technique that I've seen a few other marketers start to do over the past few weeks that I follow. It's a great technique. So we got, just like the course is telling us, retargeting and top of funnel. The only difference is some of my audience options in retargeting slightly different. And then in top of funnel, I've got, instead of just having one broad ad set, I've got a targeted ad set just to test out some targeting. And I've got a broad engaged shoppers target ad set. That's the only difference. So that's my strategy. It's working quite well. The reason it's working quite well comes down to the offer. Everything, guys, is down to the offer. You could have a good ad and you could have a terrible offer on it and it won't work. You could have a crappy ad with an amazing offer. And what I mean by amazing offer is you want an offer that people are actually buying. That's how you tell if it's amazing or not. So you could have the simplest, boringest ad with a good offer. And what is an offer? It's not just get 50% off. It's not just that. An offer is, I'm offering this to you at this price, with this shipping, for this quality, with this refund policy, with this branding. That's what an offer is. So my best ad, like when you talk about what should I do for an ad, I've got, let me show you some of these ads, hey. Talk you through my ad strategy. So this is
Have you seen these before? These little diamonds melt my stress and anxiety every single day.
You guys hear
Let
that?
me show you right now how these kits come with everything you need. First, you lay out the canvas. Then there is this chart that's printed out on the side that lets you match these symbols to the right color. All you need to do is match the symbols to the color and start sticking to the canvas. Just dip your tool into...
How can I make you hear this? Let me see. I wish you could hear it. Unfortunately, it's like, you could probably hear it on the stream on YouTube, but I'll see if I can put my microphone close to the speakers there.
Into the wax, pick up a diamond. It's as simple as that. Just keep going and you'll make diamond paintings as beautiful as this.
All right, so that's one ad. That does all right. I've got another ad in here. This is my typical founder type of ad. Hi there, my name's Chris, and we've been making these diamond painting kits now for around about 5 years. And I originally started this company for my wife because she just finished her breast cancer treatment. She was sitting at home, tired, depressed, and anxious, and worrying about every little thing. And I wanted to find something to take her mind off things. I had tried many hobbies for her in the past, but she's not really a crafty person. She's not really a hobbies type person, but this hobby she absolutely loved. And she's able to sit down at night, put on some Netflix, put in an idea. How about I just share? I'll share with you guys the family while she does this in the Facebook ad library. Really amazing ritual. My store, so you can check out my ads, and I'll show you which one is the best one. Basically, I've got a bunch of like 30-second ads, 1-minute ads, and even bigger, even longer. So these are my ads right now. You guys can go there and you can listen to them on your computers. So we were just watching this one, which I call the founder style of ad, where the founder comes in and speaks. I've got this one here, which is a nice quick 15-second ad. I've got a UGC style ad here. And the one that's actually giving me the most amount of sales, surprised to me, is this one.
My name is Chris.
I won't play this one for you. When you see this in the library, this is a video that I did with my wife a couple of years ago, and we are literally just sitting at a table, having some fun, having a chat about diamond painting and some of our favorite accessories that go with it. It was a longer video. It was like 10 minutes. I cut it down to 6 minutes. I added some fancy editing techniques, and quite literally, I have people giving me thousands of likes. Okay, not thousands, hundreds of likes on these ads, because it's just us and we're just talking and showing off some of the products that we sell. It comes off very authentic. So I was really surprised when this ended up being the best ad, because not only did I put the least amount of effort into it, but it's the oldest one and it's the longest one, and I wouldn't have thought the longest ad would be the winner. Turns out I don't know anything about Facebook ads, and that's the thing. None of us do. All we can do is post our ads. Where is it? All we can do is post our ads, look at the results, and have Facebook tell us what the right answer is. So if you look here under what's my best performing ad set, let's have a look. One sec. All the money's been spent on the broad targeting, and the winner, even though it's got a higher cost per purchase, Facebook has spent the most amount of money on C4, which is that longer style of ad that I was showing you. That's the thing. Facebook is going to spend money. Look, 261 likes, 45 comments. You don't need to get your ad shown to all of the people in Freedom Club. If your ad is good, it will get engagement naturally. So go find that ad in the Facebook ad library. Have a watch for yourself. Look at the quality ranking here. It says above average, and that's what you want. You want quality ranking above. So this one, it does say conversion ranking below average. So what Facebook is telling me, if we're looking at the data and look at my CPM, is a nice easy $32. So Facebook's saying, hey Chris, this ad here is converting really well. Everyone loves the quality of this one. It's above average. Good job. We love what you're doing there. Cost per click is really good at $1.15. Click-through rate is smashing it at $2.87. No, sorry, 2.87%. Smashing it out of the park. But my conversion ranking for this ad is low. What can I do about that? Well, if my ad is good, there's only a couple of things I can really do. I can just improve the offer. And improving the offer could mean making it clearer for the person coming onto the website what offer they get. It could mean working on my pop-up offer. That's the big one. And that's what I'm currently doing right now. I'm testing a different pop-up offer right now. So the 30% off is working. That's what I'm offering people on the actual ad. I'm saying, come to my website, click on the shop now, and you get 30% off. They do that. That's working. Now I'm trying to see what happens if I change my pop-up with an additional offer to get their email and get their purchase today. That's how I'm improving my ads, and that's how we scale. Once we find the perfect price point, and then the perfect offer, and the perfect reason for them to purchase today and not tomorrow, that's what we do. My goal in this is to try and get my purchase time from 7 days down to a much shorter average, preferably 1 day if I could. That'd be amazing. So that's my new strategy. Not that much different from the old, just a slight twist. Hope you guys have appreciated that. And by all means, go look at my ads and steal my ideas, because God knows I got those ideas from other people. All right. Anthony, you ready to show me your ads, buddy? What I'm going to do is stop sharing and invite you to share your screen. So just give me a second. All right. Invite to co-host. Let me grab my headset. I can. Welcome to the stream. Okay. If you leave, I'll just invite you back. So just do what you need to do and we'll get you back in. In the meantime, what do you got here, Damon? Your main ad stats from before changing your landing page and a week. As you can see, you managed to get my cost per purchase down quite a bit. My question is, what structure do I recommend? Well, you've seen my structure now. How we do it from here, Damon, is now that there's two schools of thought in terms of scale. My preferred method is this: we take the ads that are working, the campaign that is working, and we add no more than 20% per day. That's my main strategy. What some other people do is we call it horizontal strategy, where they will take their campaign and duplicate it again. I don't like that strategy at a high spend, because when you're spending high with a small audience like Australia, you're going to be competing with yourself. Now, that might not bother you until you're spending $2,000 to $3,000 a day, but when you get to that point, there's not much you could do because you've scaled horizontally and you kind of screwed yourself. But it is a short-term scaling option. But I would recommend you take your campaign that's working and you bump up that cost per purchase every day. And if you're finding then you bump up this, what you will find, like this is part of scaling, you bump up your spend per day and your cost per purchase is going to rise. There is no way of getting out of that. That's just how ads work. If you think about it, you're saying to Facebook, go and reach more people. And there's going to be a point where Facebook is going to be like, right, I'm trying to reach more people, but you know what? There's not that many people who are connecting with your product as good as they used to at a small budget. And then the only way to scale is then to work on your offer, to work on your ad, make things more inclusive and work with more people. All right. That's working. We can see. Mm-hmm. Sweet. What are you selling? Terrific. That's going amazing, mate. That's fantastic. Yeah. Yep. Click on that for me. And scroll down on the right. Keep going. Huh. Well, that's weird. You don't have... Oh, click the last one. So the very last email. What? That's weird. Usually if it's skipping people, it would usually skip them if they'd been emailed recently, but it's not doing that. Look at that. That's amazing. Dude. 7% add to cart, 4% checkout, 3.5% reach checkout. Those are my numbers. Dude, congratulations. Can you just show everybody your landing page, just so everybody can remember what you're selling? Now, you did make one change to your landing page that I can see, and look at that. So Damon's put, not Damon, sorry, Anthony. Anthony's put on his image there some arrows telling people what it does, and that can make all the difference, guys. Remember, can you push this screen down into a really small screen? Yep. So this is what his website looks like on mobile, and he's done the right thing here. If you're struggling with conversions, and this is what Damon did on, this was the biggest change Damon made on his website the other night. You know, it wasn't how pretty the website looks overall. It's the fact that the information is right there as soon as you load the website. Remember, when someone's coming from Facebook, they click on your Shop Now button, your website loads up inside Facebook in this little tiny window. And the first thing you see when you're looking at this one is the support. And when you put an arrow in your image, it makes you look. It grabs your attention. If I would make one change, it'd just be to make those arrows red, which is ugly, but it would really draw the attention in. And you know what? It's probably not going to make a huge difference, but it might make one person out of 100 look at your page again. So you don't need much. You just need a clean landing page with good images, with information that explains visually what it is that you're selling. All right, let's take a look at your ads. Yeah, and you see how your middle of funnel there, you don't have enough audiences yet, so your cost per click is too high. You've done the right thing turning it off for now. Yeah, it's pretty much just spamming the wrong people right now. Turn it back on in a couple of weeks. All right, let's take a look at your ads. 3.2% link click-through rate. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to see your ad set first. And sorry for any Christians out there. Click on edit. So let's just scroll down here. I just want to see what you're doing. Is this a Advantage Plus shopping campaign? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. This is just a regular campaign. Yeah, cool. This is perfect. What's brilliant about this is if you scroll down there, you're using, let's keep scrolling down, you're using an Advantage Plus audience and you're having fantastic results with that. Now, an Advantage Plus audience is fantastic because it will show your ad to as many people as possible for the cheapest price. If you can make your product work with Advantage Plus audience, you can scale a lot easier. So that's good. You've done a great thing. Now, what you might want to try as just a little trial is my technique of duplicating this ad set and then changing that to target engaged shoppers, and you might even get an even better cost per purchase. You might. It's worth trying. All right, let's take a look inside your ad set now. Everything looks extremely good. Everything. You see how you see how your link click-through rate is extremely high. Like you're getting 3% and 2%. That's brilliant. Your CPM is going to come down over time as the Facebook pixel learns what it is that you need. And your ROAS is amazing. Dude, this looks fantastic. This is going to be a profitable store. Is it not profitable already? I'm going to tell you what to do in a second. Let's just jump into your ads. Damon's got a good point there. Whatever you do, this ad set that you got running, don't touch it. So pop back into your ad set. If you want to do an experiment, you duplicate this ad set and you experiment. So jump into your ad sets level and you duplicate it from there. What we want to do is we want to leave this ad set running until it's had 50 conversions in 1 week. That's your goal. You need 50 purchases in a week, and that cost per purchase is only going to go down. Now, what you're struggling with is not purchasing. This looks freaking amazing. I would love to have that on one of my stores. You just need to make a bigger basket size per order on average. What I want you to do is on your landing page, go back to that. I would like you to consider having an option to buy two. Yes. So you can do a quantity price break. I think it's a quantity break. So go into the Shopify. Don't do this now, but go to the Shopify App Store and search for quantity break, and you'll be able to. You have to go to the actual App Store. Yep. Go and click on all recommended apps down the very bottom, and then click on the Shopify App Store down the very bottom. If you could just get one or two people a day to buy two, dude, that's like profit, pure profit. And have you got an upsell as well? Work on your upsell next. So if 9 people have gone through and no one's purchased your upsell, it's time to work on the upsell. Mm-hmm. And like not many people need them. Yeah. I wouldn't bother split test because you've already got the data there. You've had 9 sales, no one's taken the socks. So just a one person? Okay. Cool. Well, I'd say do another week of the sleep mask. That would be the equivalent of a A/B test. Yep, absolutely. And then in your thank you campaign, you could then try and sell the compression socks in your thank you emails. If you don't, you should definitely make one. Great, look at that. Your welcome series is bringing you the revenue, or some revenue. That's great. You know what? If I were you, I'd be working on my welcome series. I'd make a thank you series. And you've got abandon checkout. I'd do a cart abandon as well. And let's check your sign up form. Let's have a look at that for a second. You can watch my previous streams. um, I think I have them in my streams. So go back to the last page. Let's go and just to check to edit your form because we've got 10 people submitted. It looks like it's kind of working, but we should have more submit rates. But let's just check the details. Go into edit form. And show me targeting and behavior. 40 seconds is a long time to wait. Do you want to maybe try 30 seconds? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 30 seconds is a good time. And can you just click on targeting just so I can make sure that's all set correctly? Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Good work, mate. That's fantastic. I had a feeling this would be a good product. Everyone on the stream is going to be looking up bloody neck support things now. Just remember, guys, if someone's already doing it, it's very hard to catch up. If No, it's definitely doing something. So what's happening is Facebook's allocating your spend to the posts that it thinks are getting the best engagement. So just let it do its thing. Absolutely wouldn't touch a single thing. Wait, except C3. Can you show me? Can you scroll to the right for C3? I'm interested in that one. I need. When in the columns, I need to see add to carts. That's the one. Go in there. We just type in add. Yeah, total. So it looks like C4 and C3 you could probably turn off. Yeah, I'd definitely turn off C3 and C4. Reason being, you've spent 67 on C3 and you've had one add to cart, so that's no good. And C4, you've spent $60 and had just one purchase. That's nowhere near as good as your other ones. Yeah, I would. I mean, if I'm wrong, you can always turn them back on, and this doesn't hurt your ad set at all. It won't change anything. Yeah, everything will be good. Hopefully, now, sometimes when we do this, sometimes some particular ads can be like a support ad. They bring the other ones up. If you find that your performance dips over the next 3 days, don't do it. If your performance dips tomorrow, don't panic. If it dips the next day, start to think about it. And if it skips the day, if it's bad the day after that as well, then turn those other two back on. Yeah. Correct. And if it all goes even better, well then let me know in circle. What's it called? In the Freedom Club. Send me a post. Congratulations, man. You're doing well. That's it. That's it, man. You are welcome. All right, Damon, if I get time, you want to clarify, you want to duplicate your winning ad set and change targeting slightly, but you don't want to pinch the budget to the main campaign. Yeah. So if I were looking at your products, Damon, what I would do is duplicate the main ad set. It depends. It depends, actually. You do have to be mindful if you have campaign budget optimization turned on. If you don't have campaign budget optimization turned on, and you duplicate an ad set, I don't know if it's going to go back into learning or not. So I don't want you to screw up your ad set. For you, I would probably just recommend adding some more budget. It is on? Oh, fantastic. So campaign budget optimization is turned on. Yeah, you should be able to duplicate that ad set and have change the targeting in the new ad set, and it shouldn't affect the old ad set. Because at the point you're at, we don't want to get any of your old ad sets back into learning. Yeah, that's pretty cool with ArrowEase. That's really cool. Gabby. Yeah, Damon, leave it in the same campaign. Gabby, I'm going to invite you to co-host. Where'd you go? I think Gabby had to restart. We'll just give her a minute. Not restart, but come out and come back in. Welcome. Hello. How are you? In your car. With your laptop, I hope? Excellent. It's still light where you are. Where are you? Perth? Nice. Fair enough. Yeah, it's dark here already. No, that'll stop once you share your screen. Share your screen down the bottom of the screen. That's the one. All right, let's go check out your ads. Yeah, it is. It's a you can ignore that. So we just get in your browser. Just head to your Facebook ads. I do. You only seen like one of my Chromes. I have 3 Chromes open. All right. So what were you selling again? Ah, yeah. What's it called? Okay, Revive. Okay. Oh, I like the new product image. Yes, that's way better. Yeah, because with that picture that you're using, it's not quite clear that there's like thumbs, but on the one next to it, it's really clear that there's thumbs. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. The one next to it. Yeah, I know. Look, it is good, but if you've got a product that you're looking at the camera, but I mean, we've got to show the product. But you know what? You'll just figure this out with testing. I could tell you all the wrong things, but testing will tell you the right things. I kind of I agree that it's a little weird, but it tells me the visual story a lot easier because it's got the redness around her shoulders where it's putting the pressure. But then again, the next image, right? On the next image, it's even better because it's you, and you could put a little arrow to where the things are, and you could say massages with thumbs. Okay, and you've got Australia's #1 real hands massage. That is brilliant. That is awesome. Did you come up with that one yourself? I love that. Your portable deep tissue masseuse. That is great. Well done. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a huge improvement. All right, let's go take a. Oh, show me on mobile. Just make the screen really small. You know what? Don't worry about that. I can do it on my end. It's yeah. Maybe there's a. Why is that? I wonder. Yeah, I can see that. One sec. I'm just seeing if I can figure out where it is. Hold on. Why is it doing that? I'm just looking at the code on your page. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So that is so weird. Why is it doing that? It absolutely should. Me, I'm on Windows. Windows all the way. It is. It does look. Why is it different on Windows? Um, okay, so for these type of issues, I could sit here all day and try and fix them. But what I would recommend, I know, it's annoying. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it can be fixed with code. It can easily be fixed. So, my advice would be if it's really, really bothering you, and it's not that big of a deal, but if it is bothering you, you can go up to upwork.com, find yourself a really cheap Shopify theme person. Just put minor edits to theme, and just pay $5 an hour for someone to come in and just fix up a few different parts of your theme. Yeah, they could probably fix that. They'll be able to fix that. I think what the problem is, I think is that you've centered them, and when you center them, there's no left justifier. So that they look centered, but I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. I understand that, but what I'm saying is when you go to mobile, I think they are centered just by default. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now they can easily be fixed by some CSS, and I'd offer to do it for you, but I honestly just do not have time. So, like it's an CSS is it's a piece of code that sits in your theme and it tells the theme how to display things. So if you want to change the indentation of things, it's done in CSS. If you want to change the font, it's just done in CSS. So someone who's a developer could probably spend half an hour and change all these little things for you, and then you have them on speed dial whenever you want to make changes in the future. So that people like us, we don't have to sit around making changes. We have our support team who do things for us when we want to make an experiment. Yeah, yeah. Don't spend much money on them. You're just looking for an entry level Shopify theme developer, $5 to $10 an hour, maybe $15 an hour. Just someone with good reviews and who speaks good English. This is not a big job. This isn't going to cost you hundreds. This would be costing, like you tell them, this is probably an hour's worth of work. But the trick is there. You say to them, look, I want to keep your contract open because I might have changes to make in the future. I've had developers make so many changes on my theme because I'm a developer, but I don't want to have to waste my entire day sitting here looking through code. I've got bigger things to do. So you get your developers so that they can do those things, and you can focus on your ads. You know what I mean? All right. So you got two top of funnels. What's going on there? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. So can you show me what data you've got on top of funnel? Just scroll to the left for me, or scroll that way. Okay. 1.54. And what's your cost per click? Two purchases. All right. That can happen. I've had that happen to me. What that means is there were two people looking at this exact product from a competitor, and Facebook found them and sent them to you, and they bought. And then Facebook ran out of people, and it didn't know who to send. So the new people coming through, they're not hot to purchase. And if you don't have a strong email system to grab those emails and to keep them inside your loop, then you'll lose those as customers. We're not seeing any of the data there under. Can you just refresh your page? Just press refresh. Yeah. Okay. So do you want to show me the new campaign? What I would do too is I wouldn't spend any money in middle of funnel just yet. Oh, maybe. Yeah, your cost per click's okay for that. But you know what? I'd be focusing on top of funnel for now. Okay, let's take a look at your top of funnel, the scheduled one. Let's have a look. Oh, I was just worried because it's scheduled to start. Correct. All right, so let's take a look through your other one. All right. So CPM on some of them are good. CPM on some of them aren't great. C3 very poor click-through rate. That's understood. Cost per click is very high on C5, which is surprising. But then C2 and C1 are not bad. Okay. Show me. Okay, show me onto the right. Are you going to get any UCG for this one? Cool. Okay. I'm just asking. I just have to know. All right. Yeah. Hey, I'm proud of you. I make my own videos too. So I wasn't judging. I was just asking. All right. So C1. Can you show me C1? Yeah. Yeah. Click on edit. That's a good ad. That's a really good ad. You made this yourself? What the? Seriously? You did this all by yourself? Oh my god, that is a great ad. That's fantastic. Yeah. Damon's right. That's like better than your main image. All right. Show me the other one that you made. So keep that one. C1 is turn it off. That's amazing. So C1, keep C1. That ad is working. Close. Okay. So that's 20. Is that how many seconds is that one? I'd love it if you could make a 15-second ad and just take like not turn this one off. Show me the other ad first, and then show me your next one, and then I'll tell you what I would do. I think you're a natural born filmmaker. Nice. It's great when you have a specific skill you can bring into e-commerce. So yeah, click into that one. It's just being annoying. That's all. No, this is right. This is good. Yeah, I wouldn't start with that. I'd start with that one right there where you see. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like it stops people from scrolling. So I would turn this one off and I'd turn your other ones off. I'd leave C1 on and I'd also make a 10-second version and a 15-second version of C1. That's what I would personally do. The first video that you showed me. No, I'd turn C2 off. I'd turn everything off except C1 because C1 was. I love C. What? No, no, no. I prefer it starting on your back, personally. And that you're right though. That does look weird. That does look weird. You know what? Show me the stats again. Show me the stats again. Let's let Facebook decide. Of what exactly? 1.82, 1 point. They're very close. They're extremely close. They're probably too close to call. But you're right. It doesn't look. It doesn't really matter which one you leave on. They're both fantastic ads. But the rest of them, I would turn off. I, yeah, they're not working at all. Your video is working great. So I'd love for you to make a 15-second version, which is going to be tricky, but you can do it, and then a 10-second version. And the reason why we try and like I've done it. It's possible. You just got to get really good at editing your video to the most extreme points. The reason why I'd recommend 10 seconds is because it will get shown in more places. It might just be the ten best seconds. And when you have a 10-second video and a 15-second video, I think it's anything under 20 seconds, the sound is on automatically and they can't skip the video. Yeah. So it's better for us to. It's good to have long videos. Like my best ad is the 6-minute video, but I have 15 seconds and I have 10-second videos, and they do well as well. Just good. No, I keep using it. I do not get rid of that one. It's brilliant. But what I'm saying is add an additional 15-second version and add a 10-second version. So it's yeah. Mhm. That's right. And then turn the rest off. I don't know why you want to duplicate it. I just delete that honestly and use the original one. Yeah. No, just well, for what purpose though? I mean, maybe he's saying to duplicate it so that you don't lose your old data. And if he's saying that, I agree, definitely agree. But we're not changing too much about it. We're just adding some additional. We're doing some more testing and adding some more video. But look, it's up to you. I think what he's saying is turn your other ad set off, don't change it, and keep that there so you can refer back if you get worse performance. You can refer back to what. Yeah, yeah. So are you doing scheduling? Yeah, I don't do schedules. I don't do schedules. So my campaigns are continuously running. They don't run and stop. So I'd recommend switch off the first. Hmm. That's that's actually a good result for your very first week of e-commerce. If you make your money back, that's a good result. I know I know you've still got to buy the product, but if you only have a small loss, to me that's a win. To me, you've made some sales. People are, like, the feedback is good products. If you improve your ads, things are going to get better. So that's, to me, that's a win. To me, a loss would be I spent $300 and didn't get a single sale. That's when alarm bells ring up. When I spend $200 on my first week and I get a couple of sales, that's like, ooh, what can I do to make it better now? Yeah. So switch it off on the off section for me, just to make me feel better, please. Yeah. And then see what you're doing differently, and this is probably something you need to fix now, is you're scheduling your campaigns to have a beginning and an end. We don't really want to do that. When it says it's complete, that means it went to the end. So there must be an ending. And we don't want to do that because you don't want a good ad set to go to completion, and then you got to make a new one and start again from the learning phase. We don't want that. It's all right. Just turn those ones off for now, so that they're off. Cool. I feel a lot better. And under the new one, take the scheduling off. We go into edit the campaign. Back at the campaign level. So just click on the top left. So bring your mouse to the left of the screen, and then up a little bit more. That's the one. Nope, over to the right a little bit. There we go. Click on that one. And then scroll down a little bit. And scroll down. Where's the scheduling? Okay, scroll down. Yeah, start date. Okay. All right. So it doesn't have an end date though. You're right. That's weird. Fair enough. So you're spending $40 a day, and turn off those ads that we didn't want running. Oh, no. You haven't done anything that's going to break anything. You haven't done anything wrong. It's just weird to have them scheduled. If you have an ad set that's running, right, and you're using scheduling and it's doing really well, and the schedule stops, you can't restart it without going into learning again. And we want to avoid that. But that's the future problem. That's why I don't do scheduling. But scheduling a start, that's not a bad idea. Scheduling a start means that you could start your spend at a specific time in the morning in Australia, rather than starting at midnight. So that's, as long as you don't have an end date, that's fine. Yes, that's fine. You haven't done anything wrong at all. You've done everything right. But inside the new campaign, we just turn off those ads that we don't want running. Yeah. I think it was just C1 and C2 that you, or I think it was just C2, wasn't it? Awesome work with those ads. They look incredible. And your website looks much better now, like way better. Yep, I can see it better now. Do you have Klaviyo pop-up on? Because I'm not seeing one. Can you go into your Klaviyo settings? Oh, there it is. It just popped up, but it wasn't popping up when I was leaving. So let's go have a look at your forms. No, you're doing the right thing. We're getting there. Yep, sign up forms. All right, so your emails, and click on edit form for me. And targeting and behavior. Just click that one where it says when visitor exiting the page. That's nice. That's very nice. And then when visitor exits the page. And then click on publish. That will get you some more signups. Now, the other thing is your emails are going to spam. I'll show you what to do. But I can't do it for you on the stream. So if you click back onto Klaviyo, you'll have to do a bit of, there's a few settings in Klaviyo and a few settings in GoDaddy that you're going to have to do. Correct. It is not as hard as you think. So I was talking to Diane. I think it was Diane that we did this the other day, and she managed to do it. So you can do it too. You got to go into revive the body down the bottom left of the screen, and go into settings. And then we want to go, where do we go? Is it email? Nadia, yes, you'll be next. So click on email. And then domains. And then add a branded domain. There'll be a set of instructions you have to do, but it's pretty clear. So are you a .com.au? Yes, you are. Perfect. So click on next. And your DNS provider will be GoDaddy. I assume. So then you click on that link there that says log into your GoDaddy domain control center, and then go back to Klaviyo and click on next. So all you have to do, you log into GoDaddy control center, you go into manage DNS, and it's overwhelming, but I won't do this on stream with you. If you can DM me if you have problems, I can maybe try and help you along the way. But also there'll be YouTube videos on how to do this too. You just have to create, and you'll have to create a record in your DNS for every type that it says there. So you go into DNS, you go create record, NS record, and then you copy from one table, and then you copy from the other table into the DNS. I know it sounds tricky. It will make sense when you do it. You will be able to do this though. And if you get lost, you can go to YouTube and say Klaviyo DNS settings in GoDaddy and follow some video instruction. So you see how it says down there, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things you got to do. 4 NS records and 1 text record. And once you do that, your emails will stop going to spam. Look, I don't want to tell you how much your budget is. It depends on your current situation. I would probably suggest $50 a day. If that's too much, 20 to 30 is fine just for testing. What we're doing here is we're just testing. We're just trying to find out what sort of video and what kind of offer to give people. So right now you've got 10% off, but you might find that you could change your offer to $10 off, for example. And that would net you more money because it's less of a discount, but it seems like more of a discount to your people signing up to your email list. So this is all about the testing of the offer. Do you know what I mean? It's not about the price. It's about how we position this. And you can do a lot more. You can do a lot more with a higher margin. If it doesn't work, we can always offer a steeper discount on the website. Run it for 3 days and then come and check the results. If it's not working at all, just turn the ad set off or turn the campaign off, and we can come and have a look at the stats. Yeah, that's right. I think you're onto a winner here. I think this is going to be good. Yeah, I really do. It's an interesting enough product, and I think you don't see these in the mall. That's okay. You've just got to sell them better. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I think the job now is to make sure that we can tell the buyer on the landing page that this is different visually. Visually, that's the job. That's the mission. And I think you can do it. I think your video is fantastic too. And you know what? The video will sell it a lot. All right. Good luck for the week. I think you're going to do well. You're welcome. I do love that image. Like the whole website has been completely changed just from a few small changes. You're welcome. And I'll speak to you with some new results next week. All right. See you later. You're welcome. All right. Nadia, let's get you up and running. Invite. Nadia is loading in. Oh, there was a question. Sorry, I didn't answer that question. So, Diane, why are customers still receiving your welcome series? Probably because the filter at the top of your welcome series needs to say to exit them once they've purchased. Is my guess. All right, Nadia, do you want to share your screen? What are you selling? What was your website? My Happy Loom. Oh, can't wait to see this one. But that was a really pretty light store. As most people are. Oh, you've got the lovely order within 8 hours to get it by May 17th. Nice. This is pretty. Very, very pretty. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I can see that from my screen. Yeah, so that's a CSS issue. Your H2, so I don't know if I'm helping you here, but your margin top is too much. And it's a simple issue to fix for, I'll just show you the screen. It's a simple issue to fix if you know CSS. So margin top here is 60px. We could switch that off and look, everything changes. So a developer can help you with that for sure. Or actually go into your product description and change that from a H2 header to something else. Make it body text and then make it bold and then make it a bigger size font. Just make sure it's out of H2 and into body text. So change it from a heading to a body, and that will fix that. Do you want to share your screen, and we can fix that right now for you? Just gotta wait for your screen to share. Yeah, you probably have to allow that and then jump out and then jump back in. Stephanie, I'd love to help you if you can stick around for another 10 minutes or so. We'll just wait for Nadia to jump back in. Bum-ba-da-bum. Any second now. Nadia. Come on, Nadia. Let's go. Must be taking a while to load. And we're back. I can, yes. I thought you were in an airplane. I can kind of see it. It's a little bit blurry and nothing's moving though. There we go. Okay. Yeah, change that from heading 2 to a body text. Or a paragraph. Okay, then bold it, and then can we make it a bigger scale? And then I think under the A, I think you can make that, yeah, definitely save. And that should be fixed. I'm not sure. I don't see one. No, it's not. It hasn't. It hasn't saved on my end yet, so it's still showing me the same problem. Oh, there we go. That's fixed now. Yep. Yeah, welcome. All right, let's take a look at your ads. Mm-hmm. That's the risk you run when you yeah. Facebook doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, the only thing we can do is turn off the ads that get. Yeah, so what you want to do is turn off even though there might be good ads, you can turn off the ads that are getting the most spend just to give the other ones a bit of a bit of a change, a bit of a chance. You know what I mean? So your ads look pretty good though. I mean, what's that C4 sim? That's looking. Oh, that's only spent $2 though. Your CPMS are quite good. How long have you been running ads for? Okay. Any sales? What? Any idea why that's happening? Nah, don't turn it back on for now. Yeah, it's working for me. Like I don't feel bad. I've been there before. I've literally been there before. I spent $300 on my last store before I realized that my shipping options weren't correct and no one could check out. Look, I think you got some good ads here. For the ones that are under 1%, probably they can be turned off, I think. But you probably want to give it a couple more days so that there's more data before you make a decision. Yeah, I usually go for the click through rate first. That's my first idea that an ad might be good. There's probably from my perspective, there's too many ads, and the only way to test them is going to be to spend a bunch of money and turn some of them off to give everything a fair shake. Because Facebook's AI is kind of weird. Facebook's like it will give most of your budget to one or two ads that it thinks gets the best engagement, which looks to be that first ad right there. I'm impressed. I'm impressed you're getting. Well, overall, your ad was seen by 3,000 people. Yeah? But you've only spent $100. So bear that in mind. Like your CPMs are pretty good. See how your CPMs are all in the 30s? That's really good. means people are enjoying your ad, or at least they don't hate it. So that's a good sign. If you're seeing much larger CPMs, it might mean your ad quality is bad, and you might want to go and try and film a new ad. I think they're good. Well, they look good to me. So now that you have your website fixed, do you have a good pop-up that's popping up? What's your pop-up conversion rate? How many people, like your Klaviyo conversion rate? Ah, okay. So your pop-up is popping up as soon as I go to your website. Yeah, let's increase the time. I think it's instant right now. It's just popped up for me the moment I entered your website. Oh, no. It's right. My bad. I was an idiot. Sorry. I went to exit your page immediately and it popped up, so that's fine. And what's your sign up rate on your emails? You get... Say again? Look, I like to test around 5 to 7 at a time. It makes it easier just to manage the tests. What you could do is put some other ones in a different ad set and let one ad set run and then let another ad set run. But honestly, you don't need this many variations to test. This is a kind of a simple product. I can't imagine what are the differences in your ads. Ah, yes. But what are you testing exactly? Can you show me some examples? So I guess what I'm doing, I'm turning my ads off that aren't working a lot faster, I think. Yeah, because well, I trust Facebook's data with the click-throughs and the cost per clicks, 100%. I don't always trust Facebook's data with the add to carts and the purchases. It's been known to get them wrong. Yeah. First thing you need to do when you find success is go grab yourself a new laptop. So what with the data that you've got, right? So you bought $100 worth of data from Facebook. Can you make some decisions about which ad copy is working for you and which ad copy is not working for you with that money? That's the question to ask. And if you're finding in general, like, parents is working better, then that's sort of telling you maybe make more ads with parents and focus on that. If you can bundle up different copies that are working, like if parents are working and children are working, then find the headlines that are working and then find the copy that's working well and bundle them into the same ad. You know what I mean? Like you have the different variations there. That's when you start to include that. Because if you, so my ads start that way. And if you look at my ads for Homecraftology now, they definitely have, the multiple headers and the multiple text based on what worked in my testing. I think $100 is enough. It should be enough to gather some insights and make some informed decisions about your ad copy. They, if you have campaign budgeting turned on, then they won't work against each other. If you have campaign budgeting turned off, then they will work against each other. But you shouldn't need to make a new ad set. I honestly wouldn't for you. There's no point. Because what you're doing now is you're just trying to test which ad copy and which headlines are going to work well for you. So that's all you need to focus on. And it's good that you've managed to figure out why you weren't getting sales. That's great. The purpose of the testing, though, is not necessarily worrying about the sales, just trying to figure out what to say in your ads. So now what I would do is it's time to look at the data and sort of make the amount of ads that you've got smaller. There is, and there's some there that are really good. Like for me, when I was doing this sort of testing on my Tokyo Thread store, within the first week or so, I'm starting to hone in on what's working, and I went from ads that had like a 0.3% click-through rate. Now I'm getting ads that have like a 1.5 to 2% click-through rate. That's what we're trying to do here. That's the whole purpose, is just to get the click-throughs that we want. Good work though. Like, that's thorough work. I'm impressed. I am impressed. It's a good job, and keep it going. By this time next week, I'm expecting at least one sale a day. Jesus, that's fantastic. So, based on the data that you've got, what's your best headline? Cool. And what's your best? Okay, that's interesting. Because yeah, I mean, maybe it's not the sort of product you worry about reviews too much. What works best in the product, like the actual text? What's working best? It is up and down. I'm sorry, the screen's a little bit slow, so it's like it jumped a whole bunch real quick. Yeah. All right. So that's not what I'm doing with my testing though, right? In the big scheme of things, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, tiny variations don't really matter. They just confuse you. And what we want is decisive differences that we're testing. But it's not bad. What you're doing isn't a bad thing. And I certainly wouldn't stop what you're doing halfway and go, you know what, this is not going to work for you. What I want you to do now is turn off your ads that aren't working and try to whittle them down to a good set of ads that are working well for you. And don't change the strategy midway, because it's already in play. Okay, so you're nearly there. Yeah, turn off anything. Here's the rule I say: if it's spent more than $10 and the click-through rate is under 1.5%, we can probably do better. If the cost per click is over $2, we can probably do better. I say probably because it's not always the same, you know. All right. Good luck for you for this week, and show me your results next week. You're welcome. All right. I'll catch you later, Nadia. Bye. I've just got to help Anthony out real quick. So Anthony had a question. 1 second, guys. And this was Anthony's screen right here, and it was, Chris, the data today, C3 had a cost per click of 69 cents and a CTR of 6.74, and C4 got a purchase. C4 did get a purchase, but its cost per click is quite high. When we're looking at our statistics, it's really important that we don't look at just 1 day's worth of data. You have to look at a minimum 3 days worth of data, preferably 5 days. Because for the amount that we're spending, you only spent $33 today so far. That's nowhere near enough money to be able to gauge any kind of reasonable data to make any decisions about your ads. So when you look at your wider picture, your 3 days, your 5 days, your 10 days, your 30 days, your 100 days, which ads are performing better or which ads are performing worse? And that's how we make our decisions. So I know, Anthony, you're probably quite worried. We've turned off 2 good ads, but when you look at those ads over a period of time, they were the least performing ads. And what we want to do is we want to give Facebook the better chance to spend your allocated budget on the ads that are doing better overall. I'd leave them off for a couple of days. I'd see if that improves the overall ad set purchases. If it doesn't, if you can go back in time and see, yep, they were better with those 2 ads there, pop them back on. Let Facebook tell us what to do. Damon, what's my thoughts on setting up an automatic rules for budget increases? Don't do it unless you are really, really good at making rules and willing to gamble. Because if you make one mistake in your rule, you're going to push your budget up on your ad set too high, and it will go back into learning. There was a stage in my life where I had everything on automatic rules, and I just don't do that anymore. I don't see the need at our level at the amount that we're spending. It's just not, in my view, worth it. If I was spending $4,000 or $5,000 a day, I'd potentially be using rules. Yeah. It's a whole other level of playing with things and putting yourself at risk. All right, so who needed help? Stephanie, if you're still here, I'm going to invite you to come on up, but I think you've jumped off. So I'll have to remember Stephanie is first next week if she needs the help. But is there anyone else who needs help, or am I free to close this stream down? This is your last. Oh, Diane. Sorry, Diane. I skipped over you. Let's look at your ads. Claire, let's look at your ads first. Okay. Claire, inviting to co-host. All right, Claire, welcome to the stream. Hello. Anthony, you're welcome. It is. What's your store so I can just open up on my end? Is it ourbabypaw.com.au? All right. Pop this down. Ah, I love your logo. That's cool. Ah, this is nice. Beautiful website. Yeah, that's nice. Well, no wonder it's beautiful. Great photos too. Okay, I just need to refresh myself what I'm looking at. No, you can't see Damon. You can only see. Sorry, what was your name again? Claire, was it? Claire. Yeah, I got it right. You can only see Claire's screen. All right, let's pop into your Facebook ads and let's take a look. So Claire is selling a baby paw, like a mitt that the baby puts on to chew. Alrighty, so in middle of funnel, spent $54. That's an excessive amount of money for middle of funnel. I would just turn it off for now. It's probably going to be more useful for you in a couple of weeks' time, once your audiences are a bit more filled up. $19 per purchase. Wow, that's great. But there's no profitability here. All right. I'll tell you straight up. I don't think you have a problem with Facebook ads. I'm sure we can tweak some things and get better results. But I'm pretty sure what we want to be doing is having people buy more when they buy from you. That's probably what I'm thinking. So I don't see that on your website. You might want to consider the Quantity Breaks app from the App Store. So have a think about that. That way, when people come in, they might add 2 or 3 to cart. Oh, one other thing too. Probably on your page, you want to put what's it called when you can buy more than one? A quantity thingy. What do they call that? Like a quantity, like you know how you can say I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you press add to cart. Her average order value, it looks to be at $19 per purchase. Wait, so how many purchases in total have you had? 43. And what was your total amount that you've had in not in profit, but in revenue? Yeah. Let's go last 30 days. Or last 90. Yeah, that's good. 970 divided by 43 orders, 22.5. That's fairly low. But, oh my god. Look at the add to carts and the reach checkout and the sessions converted. This is amazing. I honestly did not think that this store would do that good. That is incredible. Well done. Oh, it's amazing. 6% conversion rate. Oh, I wish I could have that. My God. Oh, you don't realize this, but you are so close to scaling. It's not funny. Like you are this close. I would have, looking at a baby mitt, I would never have thought it would be that easy to sell. Okay, so you have two options. We will look at your Facebook ads, and we're going to make them a bit better for sure. But your big options here are either increasing the price of one mitt or having a quantity break to try and get people to add 2 or 3 to their cart. And what I was saying before was adding on my website, you can choose, 2 of these and 3 of these, add them to cart. It's not quantity break, it's just how many of them you want to add to the cart at the same time. Yeah, that is a specific app where someone could add 2 or 3 for a discount. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's actually really good bundle apps that will allow you to piece together different ones automatically. They're probably all pretty good, to be honest. Go into the Shopify App Store and just look up. I think you want to look up. What are they called? Let me think. Also bought, things like that. Also bought, something like that. You'll find some cool stuff for sure. Oh, it's exciting. All right, let's check your ads and see if we can bring that cost per purchase down even further. Oh, $20 cost per purchase. That's so good. You're basically breaking even. We just need people to buy more of these, and you're going to be making a mint. To me, even though it's red, to me this is super exciting. You're one app install away from killing it. Like all people have to do is buy 2 of these bad boys, and you're making money with every sale. And you know what? Babies like to munch on a couple of these. They get dirty. Buy another one. That's right. All right, let's look in your campaign. What worries me, not worries me, what I think we can improve on is the click-through rate. I'm not sure why it's so low. But it's not the end of the world. Okay, so can you go to the left, like scroll all the way to the left, and sort this by amount spent. Sorry, amount spent. So click on the amount spent column. Okay. That's right, and then let's go to the left. So A1, D1, and B1, Facebook is saying, hey, these are your best engagement ads. Let's go see if they're your best performance ads. So let's scroll over. Wow. B1 can be turned off, even though it's the best clicking ad. Oh, actually, before I go too fast, too quick, let's check the initiate checkouts. Wow, that's friggin' amazing. So I would probably, it's weird. I'm reluctant to tell you to turn them off because I don't know whether we just had some bad data for the week. How long has this been running? 13th of April. That's quite some time. This is a good amount of data. What do we want to do here? Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's giving B1 and A2 are giving us, and A3, the most expensive purchases, but they're the best clicking ads. But clicking is not everything. What is everything is your cost per purchase. And I'm just trying to ascertain what we want to do here. So let's go to the left a little bit, and we'll have a look at some other data. See, everyone's loving A1. But yeah, I'd probably turn B1 off, and I'd probably think about maybe turning A2 off. What's the difference between A2 and A1? Is that A1? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice. 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 Yeah. I think it's the copy. I think your first copy is better. Yeah, I think so. You can probably turn A2 off. But just confirm that A2 is the one that is performing worse than A1. Ah, I'm so stoked to see this. Yes. All right. Yep. Get rid of A2. Right. Correct. Easily enough. Easily enough. Exactly right. Now, if you had have spent $200 less this week, you would be in profit. So without those ads running, you'd probably be in profit. Just those two in general, because they were your least performing ads at $40 per sale. So they were costing you money to get your purchases. But we had to, you're in testing phase. It's not a bad thing. We can't tell what works unless we know what doesn't work. And the thing is, B1 has a great click through rate. It's just people aren't buying for whatever reason. And looking at it though, I can see why. It does have a great click through rate, but you look at your cost, your CPM. It's like 10. How do you have a $10 CPM? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Amazing. Okay, so if you can manage to get people to purchase 2 of these and you keep these ads running, I can nearly guarantee you'll be profitable next week for this week coming. Yeah, not enough data to really know exactly. Yeah, correct. But also their cost per clicks are quite good. I mean, B3's cost per click is not great. I'd probably turn that off. It seems for this particular product, an image is all you need. And just whittle these down to your best performing ads, the ones that get you the cheapest cost per purchases. End of the day, that's all that really matters. Like for me, I try and get my cost per click up, but for you, your CPMs, so your actual gas mileage, how much it's costing you for impressions, is so low. It doesn't even matter that your click through rate isn't that great. It makes no difference to your bottom line. Every product, every ad account is different. So I can't do a blanket rule and say only get 1% and above click-through rates because you're profitable at these ones. And I think it's to do with the fact that your product is well priced. What is your price? So what what does it cost you to buy these? So they're $5 and you're selling them at 3.1 times margin pretty much. Sweet. Perfect. All right. So Terrific. So you have a lot of testing to do. There's testing whether or not you use a quantity breaks app. There's testing whether or not you just sell bundles of these things, as in you have its own Shopify page for a bundle of 3. Do you know what I mean? Like you could. So what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to turn this ad set off. This ad set is fire. This is going to keep you money. What I would do is I would go and create a new Shopify product with a mixture of 3 of these for a slight discount price, like $2 less. So you're still making a load of money. And I would duplicate the ad set out at a lower budget and direct all traffic of the new ad set to the new product of the bundles. Do you want me to write that out? Okay. Yeah. Because yeah, you don't want to touch this ad set. It's doing really well. But you want to test out selling a bundle of 3. So we would duplicate the ad set, take your best ads, your best 2 or 3 ads, and then just send them to the new product page. So that you don't touch these ads ever from this particular ad set that you created. Sure. Yeah. We maybe spend $10 a day on that ad set just to give it a test. If this works, brilliant. You're in the green. And if it doesn't work after a few days, kill it. And then maybe try a bundle of 2. The idea for you is we need to get more people buying multiple items, and there's a few different ways that you can do that. My gosh, that is cool. Awesome. That is really, really cool. Well done. You're welcome. All right. Is there anyone else for tonight? I think that was maybe it. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a night. If you guys need some help, feel free to DM me, and we can look over your stuff. Thank you all, and I'll see you on Tuesday's call. Bye, everybody.